hot topic since this is fresh today.
Fresh today to us.
So a couple of days ago, they said owners are willing to
do a
work
50-50.
Work more. Like, give them a little more if 50-50 is not working. A little more movable. So, okay, so we might get a season. They might get something done.
Well, today the MLB owners came out with what they call an agreement. And what was it, Alan? What did they say they wanted to do? They wanted to do a slide.
So I was hoping, just give them the 52 and let's get this fucking season on. But then this shit... literally this pile of dog shit that has been given to the players. I'm like, okay, we're even worse than we were a week ago with this 50-50 split, I feel like. But ultimately, yes, the lower players will make close to what they were going to make. The higher end players are going to get about 30 for 40% of what they would make.
Right. What do they call it? They call it like a slide payment plan. I'm not sure. But, what I'm thinking, I agree with somebody, I can't remember who said it, but they said that they think this is an attempt to divide the players' union against themselves. So I think the owners are out here trying to play dirty ball. They thought they gave them originally what they thought was a fair deal, the 50-50 split. Once the players didn't even think about it and was up in arms like, we're not doing that. That's crazy. The owner said, okay, fine, then we're going to give you a worse deal. That doesn't make sense. If we're trying to play baseball this season, they need to do better.
Yes, and the window for July 4th opening day is getting smaller and smaller and smaller.
I feel like the owners are okay with not playing this season with this kind of stuff they're coming out with. I mean, if the season gets canceled this year, this is the reason why. Right here is because the owners want to play games with people's lives and money. That's the one thing you don't do.
Yeah, I'm like, so you're getting players who get the low players, except for your stars that make the most money. You're hoping they would rise up, they okay it, because I don't know if there's got to be what's the percentage to pass the agreement. Because the NFL, when they did their new labor agreement, it needed to be like 60%, and then a lot of the bigger stars were up in arms about it, but there was more lower players, and they passed the deal.
Yeah, I think I saw a stat on ESPN or something like that about almost 400 players in the league get about $600,000 or less for the year.
Yeah.
So then that means the other part are getting more than that. But that's not the point. The point is that, yes, the lower salaried players might be okay with the situation, but the guys that people want to see are the guys that are going to get it screwed out of this and say, well, you know what? I'm not playing. Blake Snell, I'm not playing if I don't get mine. Bryce Harper's right along with that train. Who wants to watch the season if your favorite players aren't playing? That's what I'm getting at.
Yeah, it's like when especially Jeff Passan on Twitter broke it down to roughly what they're saying, what the salaries would be, and it's insane. So yes, the bare minimum, if you're on a major league roster for a full year, it's $563,000. So you get $262,000. So yes, that's close to being 50% like you would be. But when you start slowly going up, like, okay, making $2 million, you should be making $1 million, but you're actually making like $736,000. But then you start getting up there. You're $20 million players. This is when I'm like, this is nowhere near half. If you're supposed to make $20 million, you're only going to get $5
million. That's like a fourth. Come on, man. You're making a fourth of what you would have made after they.
And then the smack would be like your Harper, your Trout. Who else? Let's see, Machado,
Giancarlo Stanton. People getting paid a lot of money a year.
$35 million would get $7.8 million.
Right, and when they've this is like numbers you would have seen Pujols making in like 2005 or something, like or even earlier than that.
Okay, for Blake Snell, for example, he's supposed to make $7 million this year. The closest one on this chart is $5 million, is 1.6.
Yeah, he's not playing.
So if you get the $10 million, it's almost $3 million. So if you're somewhere in the middle there, you're making. We'll say he's probably making around $2 million by this chart.
Well, think about the guys who are like even on the Mets who are really good pitchers who haven't made contracts yet. Like I don't know. Like I know like Jacob deGrom just made one recently, but I'm saying last year this would have been a big issue.
Yep.
Or for Syndergaard. But even Evan Drellich on Twitter said the MLBPA is very disappointed with MLB's economic proposal today. Sources tell me and Ken Rosenthal calling additional cuts proposed massive league offer to share more playoff revenue, but on balance, those dollars are small compared to what the players give up. So like I said, I don't know what they're thinking here. I got a couple more in here. Even the players aren't happy. Marcus Stroman said that this season is not looking promising. Keeping his mind and body ready regardless, but he's diving into life after baseball projects.
And then like we said with the agreement about a month or so ago with when they did the 50-50 and stuff, if a season is canceled, Marcus Stroman's one of the people that's going to become a free agent.
Right.
Because of their lose year. And then the biggest factor is going to be Dodgers losing Mookie Betts for nothing.
Exactly. And not only is the money an issue, they also go to say on that the Players Association says the proposal involves massive additional pay cuts and the union is extremely disappointed. The sides also remain far apart on health and safety protocols. So they're not even close with that as well. So we got a couple of big issues that need to get resolved this week or we might not see baseball.
Yeah, because we're talking June 1st, this deal's got to be done. So you're talking about less than a week because Monday is June 1st.
Right. Exactly. So we're already in June, and they're not even close. The sides are far apart, in my opinion. Brett Anderson on Twitter said that, and this is what I agree with. He said, interesting strategy of making the best, most marketable players potentially look like the bad guys. Because, if we don't see baseball, then they're going to say, oh, well, this is because the rich guys are upset they're not getting paid. But that's not the case at all. The owners are trying to make it seem that way. They're the ones being greedy in this situation. Jack Flaherty, a guy that me and Alan would both want to see play. He's even got on Twitter, he's got a meme of Denzel just shaking his head he's like, no, this is not good. Yeah, we're not in a good situation.
It's not at all. Like, when I heard, I'm like, what do you mean the higher? I'm like, okay, well, maybe. And I'd be more so like, okay, look, you're going to take a bigger pay cut this year, but we're going to try to back pay you throughout the years to make up that money. That could probably work. But like we're going to deferred money, like a deferred contract. Like, okay, look, if you're going to make $15 million this year, we're going to pay you $7 million, and we're going to defer the rest over this many years so we can get a season going.
But
that's probably was reasonable, but they don't nowhere near that.
Well, from what I'm seeing today, from this little proposal, I'm not even convinced that the owners want baseball to be played this year. I know one owner, I can't remember who it was, but he said, look, $3 billion isn't what it was 10 years ago. I mean, or whatever. It's like, it's not the same as it is today. So he's saying he needs his money. He needs to protect his assets.
Yeah, especially like we said in Mets, for example, that are losing money every year. So if you don't have to play players, they're probably going to like, okay, well, maybe we sell the team now because we'll balance the books a little bit better. Like, who knows what these owners are thinking? Like, maybe we just walk away from the season.
I don't know, man. But what I do know is that we're not in a good situation to see baseball anytime soon.
We are not. Like, I am like after all this happened with Stroman's comment and then the chart coming out on Twitter, it's like I'm expecting no baseball this year now, unless something dramatically happens.
Did you say that Trout's not even hit swinging yet?
People are like some players are not. Yeah,
what I'm saying is they know something we don't. They're like, look, the way this is going, I don't think we're going to play ball this year, so I'm just relaxing, taking a real vacation.
Yeah, like good thing like for Trout, if they don't have a season, he has his first child being born in August. He's going to be able to be there no matter what. If there's no season, it's going to be very disappointing.
It really is.
And this is definitely podcast be on hiatus if there's a season canceled. We'll be talking about other stuff, even though we're going to. But
we'll have to find other topics. We're not going dark.
No, we've been waiting all year for baseball, and then this happens. Like, okay, couple months break, and we're like, baseball should be back soon, and then now this bullshit.
Well, yeah, but it's okay though, because look, if we can get through this hard time of just starting out talking about sports when there's no sports, I think we can make it.
Yeah, it's just disappointing if it doesn't happen, and it's gonna be. I don't know, like.
Well, guys, if you're out there watching this at this point, just let us know what you think's going to happen this year. Are we going to see baseball? Are we not? Let us know.
Yeah, like if it is canceled, like what are players going to be like next year? Like we said, Stroman, Mookie get to walk away. Like Dodgers gave away prospects for most likely Mookie never even playing minus spring training ball for them.
Yeah, what kind of concessions are they going to get? I mean, what is the league going to do to help them out? Are they going to throw them a couple extra picks in like the 5th round or something to make up for it?
And it's not going to be just them, like we said before. Like then you're losing Kluber that Texas traded for a year, so then he's going to be in his final year, his deal next year.
Mm-hmm.
Players, and then Stroman. Unfortunately, we paid a decent prospect in Anthony Clay for a half a season, and we're supposed to be a full season to maybe try to re-sign him. Now we're just to re-sign him no matter what if we want to keep him.
Yep.
And then like certain player like Cespedes will become a free agent, which like one of the topics I was considering us doing is breaking down what NL team has the best position for DH. Mets have been one of them with Cespedes. Don't have the field, you have a bat.
Yeah.
Dodgers with that stacked lineup could easily do a DH no matter what. But now we talk season canceled, and it's like, man.
Well, yeah, I hope the season's not canceled. I hope we do get to see the DH, because if the DH eventually becomes universal, that will give you a lot of players who would normally be retiring because they don't have anywhere to play. That'll give them a couple extra years because they can hit.
Yes. And then especially us being Mets fans, it makes the Robinson Cano deal look better because he can become a DH, and we can put someone at second base now that's more athletic who can play more there. It just frees up everything once universal DH happens. Yes, some pitchers do love to hit. Maybe once in a blue moon they hit. I doubt it, but
right. I mean, other than Bartolo Colon, Rakin, and a couple of other guys we know that can hit the ball, I would like to see a universal DH. Just even if it's just to say, hey, Pujols can finally hit somewhere else than the AL right now, and
the long ball sells.
Anybody, yeah, exactly. All right.